Have you ever thought about therapy, or have you ever done therapy, or moving forward in future, would you consider doing
Wow,
therapy?
it's funny you say that.
Yeah.
Therapy, I have had therapy before, but again, it was from someone that didn't look like me, so I didn't engage. So it was very short, so very much short-lived. Yeah. However, that's again where my research comes into play.
Yeah.
Because from my research, I want to look into whether therapy, having that therapeutic support, whether it's just, you know, talking therapies and stuff like that, help with that route of becoming an ex-offender. Does it help to stop offending? You know, is that what we need? Do we need that therapeutic environment for these women to feel like they can re-enter back into the community without that stigma attached to it?
What are your thoughts, like, you know, what are your thoughts on the world at the moment? This world that we're living in. I know a lot of people like to bring in social media, this and that, but take away social media.
Yeah.
Energies, human beings in general. What are your thoughts on?
Have we got
on the world at the
time?
moment?
Like, that's a different podcast altogether.
I just like to. You seem very interesting when I like your mind, even from what we spoke about so far. But yeah, just in general, what are your thoughts on humans, bro? Humans, just in general, like, what your take? This crazy world that we're living in.
It's a weird one for me because I feel like we need people. We are social animals, aren't we? So we need people. However, some people, like I said before, that when you grow up, you've got to learn that some people are not in your life for a lifetime. Yeah. And I think that comes with maturity to establish the people that you want to see in your future. Yeah. At the minute, in terms of like cost of living, with COVID and mental health, at the minute, it's not looking good, especially for our youngers, man. Mental health, we're not pushing that mental health narratives, not
mental
being pushed
all of that,
properly. The mental health mental health well-being, that's what I should have said. Mental health and well-being is not being, that narrative is not being pushed enough. And I think it needs to be started within the school as well. It's a big thing, man. COVID-19 had a big impact. I'm very much for therapy from a very young age as well. I do believe that and therapy doesn't always have to happen when something traumatic has happened. You know, there could be good therapy, like literally just taking the time out to sit down with whoever it is that you're providing support to and just asking, how was your day? How was your week? Yeah.
Even a good.
How do you feel like you can make it better? What did you not like about the week? Do you know what I mean? So you start getting people to start thinking critically then. And it helps with all walks of life and all circumstances that you're in. You see what I mean?
You should deal with traumatic situations in the future.
Exactly.
Instead of burning there when the trauma's kicked off.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You don't have to have therapy just because something bad's happened to you.
Yeah. Man or the woman. Why do you think certain people, they find it so difficult to let go? You got to say, what do you think?
It's what you're used to. So
what do you think?
Look at it like this. I'm going to use this analogy and start. I'm sorry to record.
No. Go on.
It's like when you pick up smoking. Because you've had that habit for so long. If you're a smoker that smokes 20 fags every day for 20 years, it's going to be so hard for you to kick that habit than someone who's been doing it for 3 months and has just started. It's because you've changed it now to a way of life. You know, when you get up in the morning, you need that cigarette. After you finish eating food, you need that cigarette. To get to sleep, you probably need a bit of cigarette with a little blend. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it turns into your way of life. So it's hard to stop that habit. So when you're used to something, you feel like, what's my life going to be like if I'm not with this person? You know, because you live your life day in and day out with this person. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's the attachment. It's that attachment. It's hard to separate.
It's hard to separate.
Yeah. People, right, will set you up to fail. And I've noticed that. And some people will act like, at face value, that they've got good intentions. Yeah. And I'm telling you, long term, it's not that. I tell my daughter all the time, don't be worried about friends, because your friends will change as you transition through life. Sometimes you can keep friends for the rest of your life, but then sometimes you're going to be mixing in certain circles where you will then engage with different people and mix in different circles. So just be willing to embrace that. Don't be upset just because you and this friend ain't on the phone every 5 minutes like you used to be. It's just a change in life and circumstance.
Yeah. And are you a spiritual person?
I'm starting to be. I'm starting to incorporate certain things a lot more. Meditation, positive affirmations, all that jazz.
Yeah.
No, because you know why I say
I love you.
You know why I say all that jazz? Because a lot of people are saying that now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But you're saying it, but are you actually living it? Because for me, spirituality is not just, little chants and a little It's not that. While it is, it's about changing your way of life. It's about, because changing your way of life will then change the way you think, change your surround, the people that you with. People will block your blessings. And that's what I've noticed. That's why now my patience is very short when it comes to people now. Yeah, I've turned into an animal lover. I used to hate animals, but for my mental health, I had to get a cat, and the cat's helped me, man. The little cat, I'd kill a man for the cat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?